Hi there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your mid-November reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. Without further ado, Capricorn, I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was getting this focus on closure, the desire to also communicate, okay? The desire for clarification, okay, of intentions perhaps I'm hearing for a number of you. You have the Ace of Wands here in reverse, okay, right the far left-hand corner of your spread, right next to the Five of Pentacles in reverse, overlaying the Three of Pentacles upright, overlaying the Ten of Pentacles upright, overlaying the Nine of Swords upright. Okay, you have the 9 and the 10. Now, there's a focus here, okay, on a certain level of inaction, a certain conceptualized desire for action, desire for change, a new beginning, okay. Side by side, in tandem with the surmounting of how we feel about it, about this desire. And it's almost like, it's like compartmentalization. Okay, there's the desire for the new beginning. There's the recognition that this is our objective in a certain way. And then there's the emotional compartmentalization of it in a certain way, perhaps as you may have channeled it, I'm hearing, of what this desire and our pursuit of it, and I'm hearing our objectification of it in a certain way, the ideology that we hold of it, that frame of reference serves as in relation to how we pursue it. So it's almost like I'm seeing it as like it's like an idealization of a new beginning. It's the projection of desire. And meanwhile, in preparation for this, okay, in sort of the surmounting the feelings of the desire for it, I'm hearing it again in an objectified way, reaches a point of, I'm hearing no return in a certain way, so to speak, in terms of how, I'm hearing access point, how it is that we move from the state of feeling to making official how we want to move through this new beginning. So it's almost like, okay, Capricorn, the feeling I'm getting is there is a sort of bearing, there is this sort of clarification of what exactly we want this new beginning to take form as, how we want it exactly to materialize. Yes, there is an emotional expectation. There's an emotional experience that's inborn, that is almost, I'm hearing effectual, that cannot even be rationalized to a certain extent, that we understand can't be rationalized, but at the same time we are compelled to I'm hearing play mind games, okay, be it your mind, like your many thoughts sort of confounding your emotional state, okay, your frame of reference, like moving between that which is emotional, intuitive, perhaps even, I'm getting spiritual for a number of you, and that which is understood, I'm hearing by the naked eye. Okay, now, there is a desire for direction, absolutely here. I just flipped over your very own card in the Major Arcana, the Devil here. In reverse, in suspension, almost waiting, at the mercy of this Ace of Wands, of the Nine of Swords. You then have here the Three of Cups in the deep past, the Seven of Wands in reverse in the recent past, the Four of Cups in reverse, okay, in the current state. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. If you can catch that. In the advice, the Justice card in reverse in the near future. Okay. The Six of Pentacles in reverse in your hopes and your fears. The Mother of Cups in the final outcome. Motion over to the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Hermit up in reverse, okay, in your energetic pathway that leads you into the current state of the Four of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess upright in the environment. If you can catch that. The Four of Swords upright in your energetic pathway that leads you into your final outcome of the Mother of Cups. Now, let's pull 2 more cards here that want, 3 more cards that want to be heard loud and clear. It is the Six of Cups in reverse, the Son of Swords upright, and the Chariot in reverse. Okay, accompanying the Four of Swords upright, that may be seen in tandem with the final outcome of the Mother of Cups upright. Now, you have a stack of cards as well that popped out in tandem with this Devil, the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Son of Pentacles in reverse, the Lovers upright, and the Son of Cups upright. The Son of Cups mirroring the Son of Pentacles. Okay, now I'm hearing duality, dualism. That could be meant in a number of ways, right? But the Two of Pentacles here we have in reverse as the theme. Now, you are waiting, okay, specifically for determining, I'm hearing the play-by-play, the act, the direction, okay? And it's almost as if you're, if this is pertaining to an individual with fire in their chart, if it's pertaining to a creative lead, I'm hearing singer for a number of you. If it is pertaining to a very performative sort of nature, be it your own, be it that of another, there's a focus on creative direction. What is that? And it may be by gauging the passion. What am I excited about? What interests me? What drives me? Compels me to substantiate my cause in a certain way, to take the action. That is my barometer for feeling that I am ready in a certain way for the change. Now, Three of Pentacles in the deep, Three of Cups, okay, so there's an overlaying here, perhaps, with matters of finances and matters of emotional standing. I'm hearing standing. The desire to feel stable emotionally, to feel clarified in terms of what we have been feeling, perhaps through the process of our career. I'm hearing career change. So now, there's a contemplation of what our resources are. Not those that are material, financial, tangible, but those that are energetic. Our gifts, our talents that are not even, I'm hearing a pinpoint, I'm hearing pinpoint figure that cannot be found, I'm hearing prodded on the map, that are anonymous. I almost said Virgo, and you have Virgo's card here, the Hermit, in reverse in your energetic pathway, right beneath the Devil, above the Four of Cups in reverse. There is a seeking, okay, of higher ground in a certain way, perspective, by way of harnessing, tapping into, channeling in a certain way, our desire. What it is that we have felt connects us, not only to what we physically do, but to how we feel when we are physically engaged. when we are physically present, when we're showing up, when we're doing what we're here to do in a certain way, as a human, so to speak. I'm getting this for a number of you. What I'm hearing keeps us hanging in a certain way. Be it hanging in terms of remaining, or hanging in terms of pending, right? It can be meant in a number of ways. It's all perspective. So take it as you will, Capricorn, but there's a sort of emptying out of the pockets. Okay, it's like Santa's got no more gifts sort of feeling. It's time to communicate what has been I'm hearing cooking, simmering, and I may not know what transpires of this revelation, technically. I don't, but it serves to bring form to bring light to, for my greater understanding of where I stand in relation to others, in relation to I'm hearing my community, the form that I take on in this dimension. I want to understand if and how. I want to understand if what I've been feeling how the change that I make shifts the knowing that I hold, my perspective, my range of perspective. And it's almost like you just want to communicate it to gain a sense of bearing, of sort of relative understanding. So it's almost like I'm going to throw a pebble in the pool. I'm going to see how that pebble, I'm hearing drifts. Okay, I'm hearing drought. I want to see what effect that pebble has on something about the surrounding, the periphery, the context. So it's like kind of like you want to feel it out. You want to feel it out literally by feeling it out, by communicating, by releasing in a certain way what your part in a certain way, as you may feel it, as you may have felt it. Now, there's been a sort of process of, again, the emotional sort of bubbling over and bubbling up. And the focus here, as you move into the final outcome, is on the fundamentalism of what you clarify for yourself in the moments where you release the state of expectation to understand clearly what it is that you are experiencing emotionally. And it's this confrontation. I almost said Cancer, and I almost said Scorpio at the same time, and Pisces. Capricorn. It's this confrontation with your mind, your thoughts, and your mind's eye. How it is that you feel something and how it is that you understand what you feel. Okay, and the emotional side of the story is, I'm hearing omnipotent, okay, is very much not just a side to the story, but a sort of, I am hearing a shadow. Okay, I'm hearing shadow period. Now, Mercury is going retrograde soon, okay, and it is moving into its shadow period just around the 15th of November, so for those of you who may not be familiar with Mercury retrograde, Mercury rules matters of communication, transit, travel, writing, speaking, so on and so forth, interaction with others. Typically, when Mercury goes retrograde, matters related to Mercury are known to kind of go haywire in a certain way. Of course, it depends, right? But Mercury retrograde is also a wonderful time to reflect upon matters of the past that speak to communication, that speak to collaboration, that speak to speaking, actually speaking, that may not have been fully resolved. Okay, so specifically perhaps from Mercury retrograde periods past. So something may be coming around the mountain here in terms of reflection on the perceptive quality that involves our propensity to ruminate on something, to think about something, and to accept with sheer knowing what it is that we feel. Okay, and you're being beckoned. I almost said Pisces and Scorpio at the very same time. You're being beckoned, Capricorn, dear Capricorn, to release expectations of how this all plays out in a certain way, so to speak. How your emotional, I'm hearing revelation, transpires in the third dimension, what it creates, what it signifies or stands for as in an objectified way, so to speak, as you may perceive it or feel it within matters that feel tangible, matters that feel concrete. In other words, Capricorn, what you're working with is emotional. What you're working with is sentimental, I'm hearing. And you're being beckoned to concentrate on just that. Just the I'm hearing the momentousness of the process of emotional verbalization, I'm hearing. So, right, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, very, very polar energies, very different sort of natured cards. The Four of Cups, emotions, Nine of Pentacles, right, materialization, to an exalted degree. The Nine, where there is sort of structure to what we have created, what we've contributed to, and in somewhat of not excessive, so to speak, right? It's all relative, in such a way that is substantiated. And Four of Cups, right, is sort of like a more meager sort of energy, so to speak, as I'm getting it specifically here. It's like scoundering, I'm hearing, for truth, for what is deeply held within us, where we create and we externalize our desires, and right, there's a certain state of manifestation that accompanies that follows that in a certain way as we may perceive it. The Four of Cups, it is a sort of point of surrender. That's raw, that's yet again sentimental, that's sensitive. And how these worlds align is not your focus here. Capricorn is not your focus here. And I'm getting that these are related, but in the moment of communicating, And I'm hearing reaching out about matters of emotional satisfaction and what does it for us, and perhaps the processes of experiencing the transformation of what does it for us, the transformation of our understanding, okay, the self-reflective sort of process of finding our emotional value. I'm here, our model for emotional transparency. The focus is to align frequentially with that. And this leads you to a state of contemplation of, well, what is my personal philosophy? What is my ideology? What is what I feel mean in a certain way as a standardized truth? Is it to be standard? Is it to be understood? Is it to be accepted? Is it to be acknowledged? Is there a certain frame of mind that can be applied within the scape of the understanding that I come to of my emotions, of my dreams, and of my vision? And there's a sort of confounding nature here, Capricorn, between the vision and the process of development of the objectification, yet again, of our cause. And how it is that we perceive what it is that we know, what it is that we see, what it is that we desire. And there is a sort of, there's a point, okay, of admitting our cause in a very, very sort of official way, in a very raw sort of way. And this may be a legal situation, okay, that speaks to matters of relationships. I'm hearing backing down, okay, backing down specifically with the Son of Pentacles in reverse right above this Lovers, mirroring the Son of Cups. There's a certain, okay, it's a head or heart sort of situation, not even head, but how we have participated in a certain situation, perhaps a relationship, that has a certain financial bearing to it, that has a certain material side to it, materialization of it, a legal side to it as well. There, yet again, is the recognition of the emotional experience of what it is that we pursue. And if there has been, right, this sort of, I'm hearing dissociated ideology, okay, and I'm hearing idealization again, there's a siding with the emotional standing that you take, and my left ring finger is sort of tightening, so whatever that may mean to a number of you, there's an honoring, okay, of our emotional stance in matters of love and reciprocity as well, perhaps finances as well. The Lover's card is Gemini's card in the Major Arcana, so there may be a focus on a Gemini archetype, an individual with Gemini in their chart prominently placed. Otherwise, it could absolutely just be speaking to matters of and or matters of love, career, finances as well. I'm getting that. Now, it's been a process, okay? I'm hearing litigation for a number of you. This may be legal yet again. And the crossroads between work and love and play and emotional satisfaction and a creative sort of work, an emotionally gratifying sort of work and or relationship yet again, right? And that which is productive, the lines are sort of blurred. And so in the process of clearing house, there could be a lot of I am hearing forms and folders. Okay, there's a lot to move through. There's a lot to disseminate in a certain way, to screen, I'm hearing, okay? Now, and I've been getting a sort of investigative energy for Capricorn for quite some readings now. So if that's pertaining to if that resonates with you, Capricorn, then I'm getting that there is a sort of investigative energy to the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, Six of Pentacles in reverse in your hopes and your fears, right beneath here, this stack of cards, the Six of Cups in reverse, the Sun of Swords upright, and the Chariot in reverse. There, I'm hearing no go, no show. There's like the focus for you is on remaining, I'm hearing steadfast and abundant in your pursuit of your personal truth, of your personal ideology. And if that confounds certain actions, if that if that causes you to refrain, okay, I've got like this piece of something, piece of wood, a chip of wood, as I'm feeling it in my pants that I just felt randomly. Okay. 1 second, Capricorn, okay. Capricorn, my goodness, that's so random. Okay. It actually wasn't a piece of wood. It was the end of a tag, a plastic tag on, right, when you buy a new piece of clothing, something like that, and there's a tag hanging off. It was the very end of it. So, okay, and I didn't feel it until that very moment. So there's something here. Okay, you're like I don't want it. Okay, you're saying I don't want it. I don't. I'm hearing if I don't value why I'm pursuing it, then I don't find the rhyme or the reason for capacitating a vision that I don't see. And I'm hearing refraining, you're refraining, and any idealized state of making a certain union work in a certain way is you're taking on in a very rational way, in a way where you are clarifying your purpose, your intent of why it is that you dream of what you dream. And the clarity of your dream foiled in a certain way to what it is that remains and has remained as a void becomes so starkly clear to you that whatever meaning this idealized state, okay, I'm hearing for a number of you, this relationship has upheld, you realize serves no longer. Okay, now you have here the Mother of Cups. In the final outcome, motioning over to the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and I'm getting there's a focus on purpose, specifically as I zero in on this High Priestess, okay? Water energy. The High Priestess generally, right, speaking to Pisces energy as I typically feel it, and I'm getting that for you here. The Chariot is Cancer's card, and Cancer came through earlier for you a few times now. So there may be a Cancer that you're involved with. There may be Pisces. Nonetheless, focus on water energy that we trail out with here, and you, in fact, have water that is angulating your spread with the Three of Cups on the far left-hand base, the Mother of Cups on the right-hand base, and the High Priestess with the Ten of Cups, right, exalted at the apex of your reading. The Six of Pentacles, yet again, in reverse, in your hopes and your fears, right beneath this Chariot, right beneath the Son of Swords, all beneath the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, the Six of Pentacles is right next to Justice, both in reverse, mirroring the Nine of Pentacles, 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 Earth, with Justice in reverse in the middle. There is, I'm hearing a coming out of the house, okay, coming out from the confines in a certain way, so to speak, as you may feel it, as you may have seen it, of a certain level of attainment, of manifestation that does not serve, that confounds consistently our sense of satisfaction in a soul deep way. What does it for us? Not because it's meant to. I'm taking the high road, I'm hearing. I'm taking the high road, however you take that. There's a desire to retract, okay, recoil from processes of perhaps career, finances, the means by which we have capacitated a certain level of growth that we realize just isn't taking us where we want to go, okay, and it may have to do with matters of corroboration, okay, collaboration, with financial partnerships. You have the Six of Cups and you have the Six of Pentacles. So there, and definitely here may be a connection to the Cancer archetype, but you're leading out here with the Mother of Cups, who motions over to the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Either you are, I'm hearing, getting in touch with an individual who has a lot of water in their chart, very intuitive, heating sort of intuitive guidance of sorts, counsel, heating counsel, intuitive counsel. I'm hearing a medium, okay. There is a certain sort of, I'm hearing collaboration and comfort in this space of what it is that we understand has not served us yet again in the third dimension. And it's by way of seeking this sort of state, this heightened perception, and be it your own energy, absolutely can be your own energy, tapping into the more receptive, energetically receptive, sentimental in a certain way, but more so, I'm hearing for a number of you as well, consistent, okay, consistent, connective energy. We find that it leads us to a point of release of what has been a substantiation of growth, okay, substantiation of our cause in a certain way, a certain cause, but also a certain weight. And it's this moment, I almost said Sagittarius again, and Scorpio again, Capricorn, of what has been a point of contention, intellectually, especially perhaps for a number of you, that we're ready to make peace with, in such a way where we feel through the experience of physical experience, to which point we are not judging the physicality, rather, of what we're experiencing, but in such a way where we are recognizing the role, I'm hearing the performative role, that assets play. And so it's almost like the feeling I'm getting for you is as if you are isolating, you're regarding, you're transfiguring your relationship to your physical finances, your physical dimension, your physical body even, for a number of you. How is it that how do I harness these abilities, these assets, these gifts in such a way that aligns with what I feel to be the very seed, I'm hearing the very ember of my being, and I'm hearing challenge. I'm hearing that perhaps this is a certain sort of a challenge in a certain way, as you may have perceived it, experienced it, working with these two mediums, okay, and how it is that you desire to come to this point of manifestation, not just of the physical realm, in the physical realm rather, but in terms of the manifestation of your understanding of the process that has led you to create what it is that you have. And this is in an esoteric way, Capricorn. This isn't a philosophical, this is an energetic way. And I'm seeing you literally, but you have this higher perspective. There's this sort of wisdom of perception and the honoring of the many facets and aspects to your being that go into, I'm hearing that co-play, that co-write, I'm hearing your story in a certain way, your manifesto, so to speak. Why it is that you are here to create. What are your motivations? And it's not about forsaking either dimension, that which is, right, it's like the chicken or the egg. Okay, they're both relevant, right? The third dimension, the physicality, the finances, the career, so on and so forth, perhaps in a certain way, right? Could be met in a number of ways. May be relevant, yes. Is relevant, are relevant factors of consideration to house the dream, right? So the caterpillar needs its cocoon during its incubation. But the cocoon doesn't serve without I'm hearing the alchemical process of inborn transformation. And it's this inversion, Capricorn, of what manifestation means for you, of what tangible shows, displays of success represent for you in relation to your dreams. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it was helpful for you in some kind of way, and I highly recommend you to tune into your rising ascendant or moon sign, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. Also, your Venus sign may play a role in terms of in in regards to matters of love, of partnerships, career, as well finances, okay? Let's see, if you don't know your signs, you can click below in the description box I provide, and that will compute them for you. Otherwise, thank you so very much, all of you who have supported this mid-month reading. I'm so very grateful, and I thank you for connecting. So I'll see you soon for the early December readings, hopefully in a few weeks or so. So stay tuned for those. Otherwise, love and light to you all here on this transformational journey forward, and I'll see you soon. Bye.